Walker. Welcome to the Thursday 30. Sorry I'm a little bit late today. I'm literally looking in my backyard and I'm pretty sure their mowers are here. So you may have to fight to hear me over the mowers, but that's okay. I believe in you, Yeti microphone. So today is special. It's July 1st and I want to get real with you guys. We have got to get our shit together. We have a school year starting that's going to be, in most cases, face-to-face after COVID. Now, for those of you who are grad students, or maybe you're new in practice, or you're thinking about making the leap to private practice, sometimes what you'll find is there are certain times of the year when our business slows down. And during those times, it's really tempting to just kind of, scroll through Facebook, eat those bonbons, sit on the couch, right? But we don't do that because we're badasses. So today is all about the countdown. I'm going to count you guys down 10 weeks until September 6th, and then I'm going to give away some practice grants. Right now, I have $500 in practice grants that I'm going to give away. And I don't know, it may go up, but it's not going to go down. I know that. So I'm going to tell you all about that during the Thursday 30 today. I'm going to share with you what I need from you each week to make that happen. And you'll see that in the end, I've got some big plans for you guys this year. Listen, we have got to fill the gaps in mental health. Texas is the biggest state that is in Alaska. We have so many gaps in mental health care. I can't even tell you how I feel about this because I'm living in an area that's a little bit more rural. And yeah, telehealth has made such a huge difference, but I still see graduate students every day in my feed who cannot find jobs, or they're in jobs that they're not making any money. I see counselors ready to quit because they're burning out, because they're in these skills training job or QMHP jobs, or they're in these jobs that they're seeing 40, 50 people a week and they're just, that's too much. I see people who aren't able to do things with their families. I see people who don't have retirement plans. It's not okay. You guys are too important to lose to things like giving up, going broke, and burning out, right? Hashtag counselors don't quit. So the next 10 weeks, I'm going to take you through Dr. Kate's plan to get yourselves into private practice, or I don't know, I'll think of a catchy name by then. So for today, the next 30 minutes, I'm going to give you an overview of what to expect. Please share the information, invite friends, get this going. Y'all, this group started in 2019 with 0 people. We are up to 1,300 people in Texas counselors creating badass businesses. We have grad students, we have school counselors, we have LPCs, we have LMFTs, social workers, psychologists. We're all in Texas and we're all trying to do the best that we possibly can to make sure we don't go out of business and we're delivering the best services we can. But before we get started, let's do the fun stuff. We had 12 new badasses this week. 12 new badasses. So help me welcome Catherine Michelle, Denis Lovely Lawson, Sarah Marie, Carmen Malaver, Christine Gilder, Danielle Scott, Kelly Cole, Courtney Taylor, Sarah Garay, Lauren Roth, Lisa Tidmore Hinthorn, Amy Campy, LPC, LCDC. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to help you get your businesses up to badass so that you can get out there, do good work, do good things, fill the gaps in mental health in Texas. And once you do that, become a supervisor. Take the Kate Walker Training 40-hour training to become a supervisor in Texas. We have a brand new business edition. A business edition 40-hour LPC, LMFT Supervisor Training completely online. You can take it when you want, how you want. It's interactive with me. Get your S. Get your supervisor designation. It's time to pay it forward. All right. So what is this all about? What are we doing? We have 10 weeks. Sometimes, my colleagues and I, we think about the summertime as sort of a lull. Now, that doesn't happen for everybody. I'm happy with my client load. It's right where I want it to be, but I've had years, especially when the economy isn't the greatest, when my practice load goes down. And what I've learned is this is a fabulous time to take that sabbatical, to take that time and really think about, okay, what do I want my practice to look like? And a few years ago, I wrote a little book called My Next Steps, Create a Counseling Career You'll Love. And I took apart my process, which, yeah, that's great, but I don't want just me out there, right? So I interviewed 5 experts. This book is about 5 experts and how they developed their practice. So I have a big practice, a small practice. I have an equine therapy practice. I have a nonprofit. I have all sorts of different types of practices in here. And I talk about everything from how you spend your time to what's your secret sauce to what's your favorite software, what got you into this. But the most fascinating thing about this are the stories, right? The stories that got the people that I interviewed into the business of counseling, because that's where it starts. We all got into this business because of our story. So for week one is all about your story. Now, each week I'm going to have a theme. This week is your story. Week 2 is going to be do it right the first time. So you can tell that's going to be foundational. It's going to be how to get your LPC, not your LPC. Well, yeah, get your LPC. That's a good thing. Whether or not to get a PLLC, a DBA, all the alphabet soup of how to go into business the first time. Week 3 is going to be all about getting rid of those mistakes, mitigating mistakes. And if you made a mistake, let's learn how to fix them. Week 4 is the therapeutic use of money. Week 5, we're going to talk about time management for all you ADD folks out there. Let me hear from you. Come on. ADD? Yeah, me too. So week 6, we're going to talk about achieving balance. Not going for it, not trying it, but achieving balance in your life. Week 7, we're going to talk about the tools of the trade. That's everything from software to paperwork to all the little tricks for managing your robust practice, whether it's big or small. Week 8, we're going to have a private practice primer. So week 8 and onward is for you folks whose dream is private practice. You know, private practice isn't for everybody. I know I'm talking to people right now who are thinking, no, school counseling, that's where I want to be. Or agency work, that's my love. That's where those are my people. Week 8, we're going to kind of dovetail off and we're going to focus on you folks who want to specifically go into private practice. So week 9, we're going to talk about insurance, telehealth, and cash. Oh my. And then week 10, I'm going to introduce you to some experts. And those experts are going to take us through the rest of the year because we're revamping our badass business meetings. So here's what's in it for you. You ready? Everybody got your people gathered around? If you participate in the challenges each week, all 10 weeks, like don't skip one, right? I'm going into teacher mode now. You must participate in all 10 weeks. Then you will be entered into the practice grant. Automatically, I'm going to give you a discount on the badass business meeting. So if you participate all 10 weeks, you're golden. You're good. You're entered. You can win some money, but you're automatically going to have a discount on the badass business meetings. Badass business meetings are only going to be $25 a piece anyway. So I might just give it away free to you. All right, if you're only able to enter one time, if you're only able to participate in one challenge in the 10 weeks, that's okay too. You're going to get a discount on the badass business meetings. There's nothing to lose here. Do I sound like I'm selling a car? But wait, there's more. All right, so let me show you what it's going to look like. Glasses again. When I go to, I'm going to be fancy. Week 1, your story is your strength. What I need you guys to do is I need you to email me your story. I want you to email your story to kwtrainingit@gmail.com. You don't have to share intimate details. Don't give me things you don't want to share. I want to know what got you into this business. What makes this your calling? Some of you, like me, you're second career folks, right? So you were doing your job, you were piloting that plane, you were CEOing that organization, and one day you looked up and said, hey, I'm not happy doing this, right? I have to help people. And so week 1, that's this week. What are we in? Well, this is July 1st. So July 1st, week 1, email me your story, all right? Week 2 is going to be July 8th. And that's going to be Do It Right the first time. All right, and I'll give you your challenge in week 8 because, yeah, you got to tune into the Thursday 30s. You know, these go right into our files. So if you're watching me right now live, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. But if you're watching this later on, well, obviously you found it. But if you're trying to tell a friend how to find it, we sometimes are a little late getting it up on YouTube. But if you're in the Badass Business Groups, all you got to do is go up here to Files. You'll see there are media files. When you click that, you'll see our videos. All of the videos. In fact, it's kind of cool. I like to go back and see what my hair looked like in December or February, right? You see the many months of Kate's hair. So go there. You can watch the video. You can share this. Let's see, what did we got here? July 15th. That's going to be week 3, is going to be Mitigating Mistakes. July 22nd, week 4, that's going to be the Therapeutic Use of Money. That money's everybody's favorite topic. I expect to have a lot of people there. July 29th, week 5, Time. Oh gosh, how about spelling? I might have a week on spelling or typing. I might have a week on how to use your keyboard. July 29th, week 5. Time. Yes, you have time. Don't tell me you don't have time. We all get the same amount of time. So week 25 is going to be time. August 5th. Yeah, I'm going to abbreviate. Week 6. Achieve Balance. August 12th, week 7. Tools of the Trade. That's going to be paperwork, software, tips and tricks. August 19th, week 8. We're going to start the Private Practice Primer. I can see my head's in the way now, so let me move that. There. All right, so back to Private Practice Primer. August 26th, week 9. Insurance, telehealth, and cash payments. Oh my. Now we're here, week 10, September. Week 10, this is the last week we are going to meet the experts. And September 6th, we're going to give away the money. All right, so here's the plan. I'm letting it sit here for a minute because I know the video machine is going to record this for posterity. So week 1, what we're doing, story is your strength. You're going to email me your story. What got you into this, right? You're emailing it to katewalkertraining.com. No, you're not. kwtrainingit@gmail.com. Kate, read your own stuff. So July 1st, week 1, your story is your strength. I want to know what got you into this. I want to know why, if you switched careers, why this? If you are just going bachelor's to master's to license, why? Why counseling? Is it because you're fascinated in psychology? Is it because you had a great counselor when you were younger? Is it because you like working with people, but you just find in your current situation you can't spend enough time with them? I know for me, I was an orchestra teacher. I loved my kids. I still follow my kids on Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter and all the stuff. And I love seeing how many of them stuck with music. right? I remember walking into my local library and hearing Christmas music, walking to the back of the library and seeing 4 of my students, now in their 30s, performing in a quartet together, right? So I felt so good about teaching and getting those bonds and forming all of this so that those kids could grow into adults who would play music. To me, there was nothing better except the kids that I couldn't bond with. And I remember thinking, I wish I could get to know this kid. I wish I could get to know what's going on in their world. Or, if they weren't continuing, if they didn't like music and I lost them, right? So I showed up next semester and they were gone. And I thought, okay, so what's going on there? Why didn't they bond with music? Or why, how can I reach them again? And counseling just kept coming up again and again and again. And I had great counselors. I had a terrible first marriage and a counselor walked me through. I remember my insurance only paid for 10 sessions. And that 10 session stint got me through one of the most difficult times of my life. And I just remember going up to Sam Houston State University, and they've got a building that says counseling or counseling education. I don't even remember. I go there a lot, but I forget what the building says. So at the time, back in 1998, I just remember thinking, I got to be there. I've got to be there. So I registered. I got my master's from Sam Houston State University. That was back in the day when you got your hours first and then took the exam. So I finished my 3,000 hours for LPC, passed my exam. I still remember crying on the phone to my mentor, Dr. Judy Detrude, and telling her that I had passed. It was just one of the most fabulous, wonderful experiences of my life. And then finishing my LMFT with my supervisor, Dr. Lee, getting that designation of supervisor, opening up my practice, starting the training program. All of these things have helped me reach so many people. We graduate, every year from our training program, at least 200 supervisors a year. And all of those folks, I know all of them aren't going to go out and save the world with supervision, but so many of them do. And so many of them are in the Texas Supervisor Training Facebook page. They're on our Kate Walker Training Supervisor Directory. We're putting together a list. Jeffrey Gallup, who's in this group as well, he's put together a list of job openings throughout the state of Texas. The folks that we create aren't like regular people. They're paying it forward. They're creating opportunities for others. So that's my story. I took my story, I wrote my book, My Next Steps, Create a Counseling Career You'll Love. And it is my story, but it's your story, right? And when you read about the experts and you hear their stories and you hear that, it's almost like there's no choice for us. We have to go into a profession that allows us to help other people and get them to a place where they can be the best they can be, right? It's a wellness approach. We don't see sick people, right? We just see people who need to co-create a solution and be their best self. So here we are, counselors, badasses, Texas counselors creating badass businesses. Let's recap. For the next 10 weeks, you're going to have an opportunity. It's a win-win. You're going to give me your story. You're going to talk about your mistakes. You're going to tell me about the therapeutic use of money. Don't worry, I'll tell you the challenges each week. This week, you're going to email me your story and you're going to let me know what got you into this business. If you participate with me, if you go through this Kate Walker boot camp for private practice / school counselor / agency worker, mental health badasses, at the end, I've got something for you. Even if you participate one time, I'm going to have something for you. This isn't for nothing. If you participate all 10 weeks, you are entered automatically into the $500 practice grant giveaway. Now, I don't know how many people I'll have. If I only have one person that sticks with me all 10 weeks, you get the $500. If I have 10, well, I may have to give away more than $500. So stick with me, stick with this, participate, do the best you can. Remember, at the end of the day, This little contest, whatever we're going to call it, is designed to get you engaged. If your business is low, if you have time, if you're dreaming about how to be a counselor, it's time to get your shit together. You are going to be too important to lose. Your community is going to depend on you, right? You're going to become a staple. You're going to be, I still get phone calls for Ann's Place. I had to close Ann's Place 5 years ago. That kills me. Every time I get a phone call, hey, is this Ann's Place? No, it's not, right? I created a thing that I couldn't sustain, and my community grew to depend on it. You're too important to lose. So I'm going to help you make the best business you possibly can so you don't get in trouble, you don't go broke, you don't burn out because you're too important to lose. Remember, #counselors don't quit. All right, so stick with me. I'm going to post a graphic to let you know the weekly challenges. Share this. Get some more people. Let's get more graduate students. Let's get as many people as we can who want to be mental health professionals in this group so we can grow some more badasses. All right, that's it. I'm out of time. I'm going to go over and see if I can. The thing is how to end a Facebook Live gracefully. It's kind of like doing a share screen when you're teaching a class, right? So thank you guys for joining. This is Dr. Kate Walker, and I will see you guys next week.